So, what do you guys believe the future of technology and digitalization is in the New Zealand construction industry? Where do you think we're headed? That you will laugh.
Where we're headed or where we should be headed?
All right, let's rephrase it. Where should we be
Yeah,
heading?
yeah. I think an old colleague of mine once, just a throwaway comment, he said the future of BIM is not to have BIM. And what he meant by that is that currently you've got 3 or 4 guys in the corner and that's their world, and you've got everyone else who does everything else. And in reality, that model, when it's dropped on the table, everyone should dive on it like seagulls on chips at the beach. It's everyone's tool. It's the QS's tool. It's the project manager's tool. It's the planner's tool. We've made the mistake of balkanizing this technology and calling it one thing for one person in one role, but it's not. This is just the way we should be doing business now. 3D spatial geometry in its digital form should be the centroid of the entire project everywhere, all the time. It's for everyone. It's not for that team in the corner, and it's not for them to interrogate on behalf of anyone else. It should just be the way in which we view. And as you say, you walk into a grown-up company that's doing this right, and everyone's looking at the geometry,
For sure.
Not emails, not Gantt charts, sorry, but
no,
the geometry.
100%. No, I agree with you. Not Gantt charts.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to step change the industry where I'm going, every tender program that I put out is going to have a 4D simulation of what program I've actually put out. Because that communication is so much easier,
It's in a human lange.
It is. It's
visual. We live in a spatial world. That's how we interact with the world around us.
And it's 1 minute intake of information. If I had explained 16 pages of Gantt charts as opposed to a 4D simulation, it's just so much easier to go, right, this is where we're building the shear wall, this is when the sequence of the shear wall goes, this is where the floor slab goes, and this is the sequence build. Typical superstructure sequence. And that's super easy. I've just made that standard practice as part of strategic planning. If there is a 3D model available, 90% of the time there is.
Part of the problem, though, is there's no orthodox route to get there. Like, the software evolves so quickly, no one's teaching this as a degree anywhere, because by the time you got to the end of your 4 years, you'd be redundant. The software evolves magnificently every year. So we're kind of relying on intelligent people with inquiring minds to sort of hunt down and grapple with the front edge of this stuff as it evolves. So that's part of the problem, is that there's no orthodox route.
Yeah.
I think our first thing, like, obviously everyone knows that we have a problem, right? Everyone you speak to at, like the Fletchers or whatever, they can identify there's a problem. For me, the exciting part is actually looking at, for instance, Fletcher, we're trying, and Cameron it down, or trying to make a difference, and stuff's working. It's starting to pick up traction, momentum, support, and
we're step changing for sure.
It's coming.
Yeah,
it's coming.
There is a generational shift.
There are people there that are committed to these ideas of what we're sharing here, and they're trying to make it work, and that's great.
Yeah.
And I think that's exciting. I think they're definitely stepping in the right direction in that way.
But everybody's stuck in their own little company, their own little silo then,
correct,
aren't they?
And
so how do you then pick out all of these key individuals, bring them in as a collective to go, how do you boost the entire industry's digital literacy?
One of the most inspiring things, that I've seen online is actually Ridley Scott's Prometheus, not the movie itself. I wasn't a huge fan of that, sorry, Ridley, but the way it is built. There's like a 45-minute how he did that movie, and it's a wonderful. He got in the room, he found the people that were capable of doing this first, and then he had the idea. He threw it on the table. We want to do this. Is it possible? But he started with the talent pool first, and then moved out until how do we do it? And then from there, they broke off their different satellite teams and their different directors, and they brought them in and empowered them. And we tend to do things the other way around in the construction industry. We worry about the people last of all.
Yeah.
And once everything's on the table, then we go to market and try and drag in a dozen bodies. And invariably, they're not the right people in the right chairs.
Oh, they're just bums on seats end of the day.
Yeah, that's right. Picnic issues, right? Problem in chair, not in computer. So,
right.
Yeah.
Have you had that before?
Always. Brent's got the best one-liners, honestly.
Where do you come up with this?
That's not mine. That's an old industry thing. But this is the thing. If you go online, look at YouTube and how Ridley Scott, how he dreamed of making Prometheus, it's a beautiful thing. And it's got nothing to do with the construction industry, but it's a template on how you have disparate crews trying to build something that's in one person's imagination and doing it collectively, quickly, and cleanly. The movie industry's got it. The movie industry's got it all over us.
See, there's something we can probably learn from the movie industry and bring to construction. All right, guys. But thank you so much for making the time.
Thanks for having us, Andy.
It was a great chat. You know,
and we still don't get lunch.
So we'll work on lunch. No, for sure. We'll definitely grab some lunch.
You promised us lunch for this, Andy.
Is that why you're here?
You don't really care about the construction problems, but food.
Oh, mate, priorities first. Priorities first. No, but I honestly though, I really appreciate you guys taking the time out and being here today. It was a real cool chat.
Cheers.
Yeah.